Good morning, everybody. Today, I just want to come to you with a really brief training on time management and scheduling, and in particular, using a tool called Google Calendars to go ahead and manage your time. So before we get started, this training can really be used for anybody, whether you're building a business, in particular with this coaching team in Beachbody, or if you just want to get a little bit better at managing your time yourself with your family and whatnot. Tap into this. It's something I've just started doing 2 weeks ago and has made such a difference in my family's life. And so I need to share that with you guys. So you need to know that you can build a thriving business and honor your family. I know sometimes it seems like you can just kind of pick one, or maybe successful coaches never get time to spend with their family, or you don't have time to work the business because you have things going on in your life. We all do, and we all have the same 24 hours. And I just was really kind of awakened by that concept that we all have the same 24 hours and that you can either manage your time or let your time manage you, when someone told me this a couple of weeks ago. So I hope that resonates with you in the same way that it has resonated with me. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share my screen so you can see a little bit about this Google Calendar thing that I'm talking about. The last couple of weeks, I have used Google Calendars. It's like the simplest thing ever to figure out. I hadn't even seen this prior to trying to set this up last week. So if I can do it, you can totally do it. The first thing that you want to do is you're going to open up Google Calendars. You can Google it to get to Google Calendars. And you're just you'll see exactly, like, you click on a time and you add an appointment, basically. And this is the order that I think it's really important to prioritize your time so that you can honor your family and build a thriving business. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule in my family time. And I picked this nice salmony pink color for that. For example, so this is the current week. I knew my husband was off on Monday. I knew that we probably wouldn't do much before 10 a.m., kind of hang out, have coffee time, watch the Olympics, play with our daughter, that kind of thing. I knew it was going to be a slow morning. So this is unusual. Family time does not normally get scheduled in on Monday morning when I make my calendar on Sunday. However, just catering toward what I knew the week was going to look like, that's what we're doing here. Pretty much whenever my daughter wakes up from her nap afterward until after she goes to bed, I don't work the business except for, maybe popping an Insta story up or something like that. The second thing that you should schedule in is your commitments. Okay, so we're gonna just look in the lower right hand corner if you want to see titles for these. So if you work a full-time job or part-time job or whatever, that's where this would go. If you know it takes 15 minutes to drop your kids off at school, you're going to sit in the carpool lane for 15 minutes and it takes another 15 minutes to get home, you're going to schedule in 45 minutes for drop off. If you know you have, your son has basketball practice, or that you've committed to volunteering or something like that, that's where you're going to pop in. That's where you're going to pop in next. Just to be clear, this is not maybe your Thursday night softball league. Okay, this is stuff that was applicable to your life that, like, you absolutely have to do versus extracurriculars. So kind of keep that in mind. Getting your kids to where they need to be, or getting yourself to where you need to be, stuff like that, work, that kind of thing. So for me, that is, I have drop off Nora at school Tuesday and Thursday this week. And we have a little library time on Wednesday morning. That's something that we always do. And I don't want to change that. So that's what we're going to do next. After that, you're going to add in your workout. You have to schedule this. If you're anything like me anyway, you have to schedule this, because otherwise I'm like, oh, how did I miss out on that hour? Or shoot, it's 3:00. I haven't worked out yet. Now I know I'm not going to, or God forbid it gets to be like after bedtime and then I still haven't worked out today. So schedule in your workout. Like, again, yesterday was kind of a weird day in that it was in the middle of the morning because I knew that I wasn't going to do it in the morning when my family was home. But otherwise, it's one of the first things I do every morning if I can help it. Schedule in your workout. And then I would also challenge you during this time to pick, an hour or two once a week that you just get personal time for yourself. So I did that on Thursday right before I'm going to go pick up my daughter from school. I think that's really important to get that time in. So don't be afraid to prioritize yourself and schedule that as well. The next thing we're going to do is what I like to call phase 1 of your workout. Okay, so this is your personal business time, and it has to come first. When we talk about phase 1, we mean doing the activities that are going to expand your business. So this is creating content that's going to add value that you're going to post on your personal page. Or this is reaching out to new contacts who you have recently met or come across, or adding to your network to get yourself in front of more people, or sending out invitations, or creating new content for your challenge groups, things like that. These are, your personal business time. It's what comes first, and it's the activities that are going to move your personal business forward. And I chose to do that in blue because Beachbody Blue, I guess, is kind of my train of thought there. So make sure that you specifically don't just put work time, but put, this is my phase 1 time. After that, sticking with the blue theme here, you're going to add in your team development time. So this is stuff like team calls or Zooms, like we're on right now. And you can see, what is it, Tuesday? There we are, 10:30, Zooms. Or if you want to make some recognition graphics for your team page, or if you want to set up a call with your success partner, stuff like that. Things that are going to, or maybe that's a bad example. Set up a call with, someone on your team, things like that. Things that are going to help you lead your team forward. Okay, and it's, for me, this stuff is way more fun. I like the dark blue stuff way more than the light blue stuff, but the light blue stuff is ultimately what is going to really move my business forward for not only me, but for my team as well. So I need to prioritize that, even though I think the dark blue stuff is way more fun. And then lastly, just toss in some miscellaneous stuff. I know we're going out of town this weekend, so on Friday I'm going to have to spend some time running a few errands and packing, so tossing that in there. And this is where you would add some of your extracurricular stuff, like maybe that softball league we talked about earlier, or a dinner out with your girlfriends, or that kind of thing. So this looks like a lot when you open this up, but it's really not, especially when you break it down, in just those step-by-step steps that I just showed you earlier. So make sure that you are filling your schedule wisely and prioritizing your time. Another recommendation that I have here is to go ahead and sync this calendar with maybe your success partner. Let them know what you're up to for the week. Let your team know when they're available, or when you are available for them to have them contact you. Go ahead and send it to your spouse or your roommates if you want to go ahead and make sure that they're in the loop, especially if you need to coordinate some sort of, childcare, like, hey, I have a tea call on Wednesday night, so I need you to handle dinner that night. It just sets everybody up for success when everybody knows what's going on. So that is what I have today on time management. And again, just really emphasizing that we all have the same 24 hours. And using a little tool like this can really help you manage your time so that it's not managing you instead. If you go ahead and give this a shot, let me know. Be sure to tell me how it's working, or if you want to tweak it, or things that you've also found helpful, so that we can all learn from you too. Have a good day, everyone.